4 firefighters have now died battling Colorado wildfires this year. We're learning more about the latest victim and the dangers crews continue to face every day.
The heat is about to send a lot of us straight to the thermostat, the simple changes that could help keep your home cool without driving up your energy bill.
And the countdown is on. We're just now 2 years away from the Los Angeles Olympics. We're live in LA with a look at the plans, the venues, and what's happening today to kick off the countdown.
Oh, it's so exciting. Well, if you're looking to cool off today, you may have some company. Monday's near triple-digit heat sent people flocking to Clear Creek to beat the heat by tubing and swimming. Some people there said that the waters were colder than expected, but they say the experience was worth it. With another hot day ahead, don't be surprised if those crowds return. Forecasters expect highs to climb back into the 90s across the Front Range, making it another good day to find some shade or a place to cool off. Thanks for joining us. I'm Corey Rose.
And I'm Steve Stager, along with meteorologist Jaden Knowles, one of those forecasters who's calling for a warmer day, but you say it's not going to be as hot as it was yesterday.
Not as hot, at least for across the Front Range. Now, the Western Slope, we're still talking about the triple digits. For us, 95 degrees, another hot day, but we saw 97 degrees yesterday. That's the hottest temperature so far that we've seen this entire year. We actually tied that temperature, but let's break down what we can expect for this afternoon. Heading out the door this morning, temperatures, look at that, already in the 70s. 71 degrees here in downtown Denver, 65 at the airport, 70 degrees in Centennial currently. Temperatures statewide, I mean, really a nice start and a warm start as well. 75 degrees in Grand Junction, 60 in Meeker, the upper 60s for the Eastern Plains. Noticing live radar, nice and dry. The high country actually had the opportunity of seeing some scattered showers and thunderstorms yesterday afternoon. We can really see that once again for this afternoon as well. Next 12 hours, warming up to the low to mid 90s. Like I said, yesterday we got up to 97. Today, only 2 degrees off. 95 degrees is what's in my forecast. Later on in the show, we'll talk about those rain chances and what to expect for the rest of the week. Brianna?
And getting you out the door with a live look right now of 225 right near Alameda. No issues to report for your Tuesday morning drive. Traffic still very light on those south and northbound lanes. So if you're heading towards I-70 and I-25, you're not going to come across any issues this morning. That's kind of what we're seeing across the metro area. So let's switch things over to our main maps. No crashes to report and no overnight closures this morning because of construction. So I want to zoom into your drive time. Southbound I-25 between the North Glen and Federal Heights area. Right now, your southbound drive should only take you about 7 minutes. And then 270 from I-25 heading towards I-70, only 5 minutes as well.
Brianna, thank you. Continuing our wildfire coverage, firefighters are making steady progress on the Green Ridge fire in Routt County. The fire remains at 44 acres and containment has increased to 27%. No homes have been damaged, but crews are staying aggressive on this one because nearly 500 homes and businesses are located within 3 miles of the fire. Evacuation orders remain in place as firefighters continue to strengthen fire lines.
Meanwhile, to the north, the Fishhook fire continues to burn uncontained near Rabbit Ears Pass. The fire became more active yesterday, spreading to the south. It's now burning within about a mile of Highway 40, though the highway remains open. Officials say drivers should expect to see smoke today and warn that the road could close if the fire moves any closer. Officials say the fire has burned around 200 acres.
And firefighters are continuing to make progress on the Gold Mountain fire in Ouray County. Crews spent Monday strengthening containment lines, protecting homes, and reinforcing fire lines near Silverjack Reservoir and several mountain subdivisions. They also carried out controlled burns to build a stronger buffer should the fire push farther north. The fire has now burned about 57 square miles and is 12% contained.
We now know the name of the pilot who died fighting that fire over the weekend. He's the 4th person fighting a fire killed in the line of duty this year in Colorado. A tragic reminder of the dangers that they face each day. 9 News reporter Courtney Yoon joins us live now. And Courtney, this was a pilot from Canada.
Yes, that's right, Stephen, Corey. His name was Nicholas Dale, and he was from Sauk, British Columbia in Canada. He was 56 years old. Yesterday, a procession was held in Grand Junction to honor him and his service. Take a look at this here. So Dale was flying a helicopter battling the Gold Mountain fire on Sunday. It crashed into the Silverjack Reservoir that evening. The Montrose County Sheriff's Office's dive team recovered his body. Governor Jared Polis's office said Dale was a federal contracted fire aviation pilot. Flight tracking data reviewed by 9 News shows the helicopter arrived in Colorado on July 4th. It had flown at least 8 missions over the Gold Mountain fire before the crash on Sunday. John Bales is the president of the Colorado Fallen Firefighters Association. He says they plan to honor Dale alongside the 3 firefighters killed in the Snyder fire, regardless of his contractor status.
it's a close-knit group. These are our brothers and sisters in the fire service, and whether you're still active or you're retired, it impacts you. You know this is a dangerous job that these folks do out there, both the municipal people and the wildland folks. So it's definitely any firefighter death. It's tragic. It impacts all firefighters.
Right now, the National Transportation Safety Board is investigating what caused that helicopter to crash. Courtney Yoon, 9 News.
Courtney, thank you. We're working to get more information after police in northern Colorado found a body submerged in a vehicle. So far, police have released very few details about this. The Fort Lupton Fire Protection District says the vehicle was found in a body of water near Highway 85 and County Road 22. There's a canal in that area, though it's not clear if that's where the vehicle was found. Investigators haven't said how that vehicle may have wound up in the water.
A pilot is hospitalized after a helicopter crash in Douglas County near Larkspur. We brought you this as breaking news yesterday morning. Larkspur Fire says the 65-year-old pilot was the only one on board. He was airlifted to a hospital with serious injuries. We don't know how he's doing as of this morning. The fire department says the aircraft was an ultralight helicopter with 1 seat. Federal investigators are looking into what caused the crash.
2 climbers are safe after a complex rescue in Clear Creek Canyon. This happened over the weekend. Alpine rescue crews rushed to the canyon Sunday evening after 2 climbers got stuck on a rock face during a rappel. They had to cross Clear Creek, climb to the top of the route, and lower rescuers down to reach those climbers. They also had to build a high line across the creek to bring them both to the ground. After a nearly 3-hour rescue, both of the climbers got off the mountain safely.
Aurora City Council is moving forward with new rules that could change how public comment works at meetings. The proposal would limit people to speak just once per meeting, even though there are 2 public comment periods. It would also give students under 18 priority during the first hour of public comment. The biggest change, people who refuse to stop speaking after the 3 minutes, that 3-minute limit, could lose the opportunity to speak at the next council meeting. The changes still need final approval at a future city council meeting.
Meanwhile, Denver's one step closer to changing its nightlife rules. The Denver City Council voted 10-1 to advance a plan that would allow some nightlife venues to stay open until 4 a.m. Alcohol sales would still end at 2 a.m. under state law, but venues could keep the music, dancing, and other entertainment going for 2 more hours after that. Councilmember Amanda Sawyer cast the only no vote.
I represent Cherry Creek, I represent Lowry, I represent a swath of Colfax. These are all locations where we have businesses with cabaret licenses that are literally next door to, across the street from, across an alley from, single-family residences, duplexes, row homes.
Now heads to a second reading before the City Council.
You might think red light and speed cameras are a big moneymaker for cities, but in Fort Collins, the numbers tell a different story. City documents show Fort Collins expected to bring in about $5.2 million in photo ticket revenue last year. Instead, it made just $2.9 million, with $2.7 going towards operating expenses. City documents show the city modeled its revenue forecast after its most ticketed intersection and then applied those numbers to the entire system. They also say drivers have started changing their habits, learning where the cameras are and getting fewer tickets. City documents show Fort Collins could look for a new photo enforcement provider next year.
Denver International Airport wants your input on the future of Pena Boulevard as they look to ease traffic between I-70 and E-470. Airport officials have already received more than 14,000 comments, but they're hoping to hear from even more people about this. A second public open house is scheduled for July 23rd, and an online open house is now available through the end of the month. The study will look at ways to reduce congestion, improve transit options, and help prepare for the airport's continued growth.